Imagine a year of immense turmoil, a nation deeply divided, and a widespread longing for change. 1960 was exactly that kind of year, a pivotal moment in American history where everything felt up for grabs and the future of the country seemed uncertain. The Vietnam War profoundly influenced Richard Nixon's victory in the 1968 presidential election. It created a powerful wave of public discontent and a strong desire for a new direction, which Nixon expertly navigated and capitalized upon during his campaign. The war had become incredibly unpopular, tearing at the fabric of American society and fueling massive protests across the country, from college campuses to major cities. Many Americans felt deeply frustrated with the war's slow progress, the mounting casualties of American soldiers, and the significant economic strain it placed on the national budget. This deep dissatisfaction directly led President Lyndon Johnson, a Democrat, to make the stunning announcement that he would not seek re-election, effectively creating a wide-open race for the presidency. The Democratic Party itself was bitterly split between its Hawk faction, which supported continued military intervention, and its Dove faction, which urgently called for an end to the war. This internal conflict severely weakened their presidential campaign and created an image of disunity. Richard Nixon, running as the Republican candidate, strategically positioned himself as the leader who could bring order and stability back to a nation that felt it was spiraling out of control. He famously promised peace with honor in Vietnam and even hinted at possessing a secret plan to end the conflict, though he kept the details vague. This message resonated deeply with a weary electorate desperate for resolution. He also cleverly appealed to what he termed the silent majority, a large group of Americans who felt overlooked by the more vocal anti-war protesters and who yearned for a return to traditional values and a strong emphasis on law and order. Further complicating the election for Democrats, George Wallace, running as a third-party candidate, drew significant votes away from the Democratic ticket, particularly in the southern states, which further helped Nixon secure his victory. To understand this significant political shift, it is helpful to analyze how the widespread public sentiment about the Vietnam were directly translated into voting patterns. Voters were not just looking for a new president. They were desperately searching for a leader who could convincingly offer a credible path out of the costly and profoundly divisive conflict. Nixon's campaign effectively tapped into this national mood by offering a clear alternative to the incumbent Democratic Party's perceived failures and ongoing policies. Beyond his direct appeals regarding the war, Nixon's campaign also shrewdly employed a Southern strategy. This involved deliberately targeting and winning over conservative white voters in the South who had historically voted Democratic but were increasingly disillusioned with the Democratic Party's stance on civil rights and, crucially, the direction of the war. Nixon successfully presented himself as the peace candidate at a time when the nation desperately sought an end to the brutal conflict, even though his actual strategies for withdrawal were not openly disclosed during the campaign. Moreover, the growing ubiquity of television played a critical role in this election. It brought vivid, often unsettling, images of the war directly into American living rooms, profoundly shaping public opinion and amplifying the national urgency for change and new leadership. Ultimately, Richard Nixon's 1968 victory was a powerful testament to how profoundly the Vietnam War had reshaped American politics. By skillfully offering a message of peace, stability, and a clear break from the tumultuous past, he successfully capitalized on the nation's deep weariness with the conflict. His win ushered in a new era of Republican leadership and vividly demonstrated the immense influence that a major foreign policy issue can have on domestic presidential elections.